I remember getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to walk around Park Lane, because we stayed at the Park Lane Hotel. I walked around Park Lane in the middle of the night, and I walked around, and I'll never forget going to the Hilton in the Park Lane. And I was going past the coffee shop window, and who should I see in there but my fellow colleague and prop who was going to play that day against England, Jazz Muller. Here's Jazz sitting there with his arms all akimbo, and he's eating a ginormous feed at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then I went in and I said, well, you're going to ask me the same thing. What are you doing here? And to his eternal credit, he says, always get up in the middle of the night. And my mother leaves out a pound of steak, because I work at Freezing Works, as you know, he says, and I have a steak and something in the middle of the night, because I can't get through the night without having another feed. I said, you suffer from night starvation, dear Jack. Yep. No word, just yep. So I sat there, and the great whale turned round, and we both waddled off back to the hotel after he'd finished his feed. And I'd had a cup of tea and a bit of toast. We all went back to the hotel.
Within hours, Muller and Kirton were on the field. Kirton's nerves, which had let him down so badly at Newport, were finally on the side of the All Blacks.
A fearful fusillade of first-half scoring. Number 1, a try from dental student Kirton.
And so it had taken Earl Kirton 4 long years to get over the humiliation of Newport and get back into the All Blacks. 4 long years to win back the confidence of the All Black selectors. But what a triumph it was.
New Zealand's number 10, Kirton, the aspiring dentist, fills in another cavity.
Newport must have seemed a long way away at that moment.
Yes, it did. Yeah. And I thought, I've done ya. I've beaten ya. So it's out of it. It's going to be part of history, and I'll never forget it, but I've beaten ya. You can do it. What I'm saying is any man, if he really goes, can do it if he wants to.
Now, I've often wondered whatever happened to Jazz Muller, the man with whom Earl Kirton shared that midnight feast. Jazz, a freezing worker from Eltham, had a terrific run as a test prop from 1967 to 1971. He held his own against the best of his era. But then he literally disappeared. This year I tracked him down to his home in Taranaki, a home he's turned into a shrine to his glory days.
Wonderful room, Jazz.
Yes, not too bad, Keith, is it?
This is all the stuff you've kept all those years?
Over the 5 years, yeah.
Everything?
Yeah, yeah.
Everything you kept?
Yeah.
Towels, ties, badges, flags, what else?
Oh, a few odds and ends, I suppose, like old bottles and whatnot, eh?
What about meeting the Queen? That was a good day.
Yeah, wasn't too bad considering.
Not bad for a Taranaki lad
No.
in Freezing Works?
No.
What do you think of the modern game of rugby when you do see some of it?
Oh, it's a different kettle of fish now. Oh, yeah. It's not 67, 71, is it? It's easy as that.
So you'd rather play in your time than play in 1990s?
Well, we like going through the training runs now. I reckon I'll be struggling with the training runs. What do you think of it?
But
The skill.
You always struggle with the training runs.
Yeah, we did right.
Isn't there a great... There's a great quote about you and Ivan Vodanovic.
Yeah, did right. Yeah.
Righto, quickly, straight drive. 10.
Didn't you say, listen, another training range, you have to use the matches to get fit for training?
Yeah, that'll be spot on.
Today, Jazz lives quietly. No television, no telephone, just a house full of great memories. You choose to live quietly, privately?
Yeah, I'm like a hermit. Like a hermit in ways now.
What do you think of your time as the All Blacks? How do you remember it?
Well, it's good while you're there, isn't it? When you finish, you finish. It's the name of the game. So it's better been has been and never been, isn't it? Otherwise you'd be nothing, wouldn't you, when you think of it?
And if you hadn't have been an All Black, what would you have been?
Just ordinary. Brian Muller.